Good morning, everybody. My name is Dorian Anthony Drake. I know a lot of you know me already, but the good news is today I'm starting a YouTube channel. The channel is actually called The Son of Sun Online Media. It's news and interesting stories from around anywhere in my hometown here, or my homies, or whatever. But basically a channel of no judgment. All the stories that we cover aren't there to judge or punish anyone. They're actually there so the children of tomorrow can see what happened and actually make good decisions about their futures. So yeah, I'm doing a couple of stories at the moment. The first couple aren't stories. The first couple are apologies to some presidents that I've run foul of. I'm going to obviously make apologies to them as and when my live streaming has been activated by YouTube. Please, you guys at YouTube, if you could empower that feature, I'd be very grateful. I did it now 24 hours ago as requested, but I'm sure the guys there will come through for me on the live streaming soon. In the meanwhile, I'm going to do a recorded series. It's about a lady whose initials are JCM. It's strange that the initials are the same as Jesus Christ, because I think her parents probably knew that she was going to need God in her life with the things that happened to her. So just now I'm going to start recording the first one in the series of Jill Colleen Murphy and what has happened to her in her life, living through colonialism, living through a world war, living through apartheid, living through a murdered daughter, corrupt policemen, corrupt politicians. But I'm proud of my mother, because in the end she told my brother, who wanted to go and sort the guy out that murdered her, to rather forgive, because it would be better for us all. This happened when my mom was, I was 21, 22, I think back 1982, somewhere there. The general from the apartheid era, Constant Viljoen, told me I must go up the border because the terrorists are coming to kill my mother and my sister and rape them and all this stuff. Meanwhile, while I'm up there on the border, criminals from within the country murder my sister. And then we find out that it's some high-powered politician's son, so the police have to cover it up and all. I'm really so proud of my mom for accepting that in her life. I think she was 7 when her father was taken away to go and fight some war in North Africa. She didn't know her father until she was about 14, I think, and he came home. And then obviously I'm going to do the series on from the time I knew my mother, which when I was 5, and the things she told me. The man she married got basically given a gold medal for bravery by Queen Elizabeth's father, King George, which means King George actually acknowledged my father as a member of his empire and gave him a gold medal for bravery, the only one ever given down here, I believe. Anyway, I look forward to getting it all in perspective. I'm probably going to chop it up a bit and then do a book about everything in the end. But I think it's so tragic that after a woman, you see, I was living with my mother at the time. And what actually happened was I was in a little room adjacent to her with a door that wouldn't close, unfortunately. And I used to hear my mom, she'd come home from work, she'd have a drink or two, and she would go and sob all night for a year over her murdered daughter, my sister. That was very special to me. Anyway, we all picked ourselves up, dusted ourselves off, and carried on. And then 3 years ago, unfortunately, I don't know how my mom's even survived this, to be honest. All I can say is some very, very bad dudes decided to, I don't know, I've never really done anything bad. I never used to swear at people. I never used to pick fights. I've got lots of character references to all of these things. But anyway, I'm doing a channel now about the homeless in my hometown, what it's become after colonialism, after apartheid, after the ANC have moved in. And I'm going to be frank about everything. If they want to come bump me off, please be my guest. I'll send you a location. But I love you lots. I like to operate with a bit of humor, because I find humor helps things a little when things are tough, you know. Anyway, I love you lots. God bless, and have an awesome day. I'll be on and offline a few times. I'm going to test this first video, see if I can get it up to YouTube. Amen, everybody.